Celebration Baptist was a church plant from Emmanuel Baptist Church where my family and I attended, and we were excited to come over, and first of all, I just came. The kids kept going to Sunday school over at Emmanuel, but I came to go knock on doors to invite people to this church in Killarn, the new and exciting Baptist church, and so we were just excited to get it going.
One of the early things that we experienced, of course, was the meeting in the what was Gilchrist Elementary School for our Sunday services. And on Wednesday night, we went out to Kinhaga Lodge, and we had a wonderful fellowship there. Obviously, everybody knew everybody, and most of the time we were able to have a meal there, and it was really a very fine time. And then we bought this property after a period of time. And one of the first things we did with the property was dig a hole. That was the beginning of the construction process.
We didn't have a place to really call our own. We were at Gilchrist Elementary, we were at Killarn Country Club, we were out at Kinhaga Lodge on Wednesday nights, but we were working on a building. I was on a building committee, and we were really planning and looking forward to the building.
I was privileged to be a part of the first deacon ordination, and the leaders, we had deacons before that who had been deacons in other churches and had come and were a part of that, but we were the first ones to have been ordained deacons in the Celebration Baptist Church, and we did it at an evening service in the Gilchrist Elementary School, and the cafeteria in the school was concrete. It was kneeling on the concrete was one of those never to be forgotten times, but it was still just God-blessed time of J.T. Williams led the service. He was probably chairman of the deacons at the time, and it was just an incredibly meaningful service for everybody who had a part of that.
Well, my favorite thing about Celebration in the beginning was really the people that came, and that they all loved Jesus and really wanted our church to grow and to be part of the community. And I think it's stayed that way, and I still love to meet the new people. And I was at the women's Bible study this morning, and it was, it's really neat to continue to have that one-on-one relationship with each other.
The idea that we were all about reaching people for the Lord with meaningful, God-given, God-blessed goals and directions. And like you say, there were not, times were always not perfect, and there were challenges along the way. And even within those challenges were not the challenges that led to unfortunate outcomes, so to speak, if you follow what I'm saying. They just caused us and wanted us to be more bound together to reach those goals and to reach those challenges.
I think there was always the idea that we were going to fill up this whole block here that we had, so I don't know that it was specifically exciting, although it was neat to get a new worship center, but you were talking about the name a lot there. You said Celebration a lot. And that was one of our things that we struggled with. We were just calling ourselves the New and Exciting Baptist Church in Killarn for quite a while until we finally voted on a name. And I think we had one of the missionary type guys come from Atlanta and talk to us, about what we should be, what we should develop, what kind of, bylaws and all this kind of thing. But what he really talked about was that being excited about meeting and being together as Christians and celebrating Jesus. And so this kept coming up, and so finally we were talking about names, and everybody was to write one down, and we wrote several ideas down, and finally they called, they took them out of the thing and they read them, and we were all excited when somebody had put in calling it Celebration Baptist, and that got voted. And I've always been worried that they would change that name because it was a little different, But I'm glad they didn't, because I do think that is what is so important, is that people understand we are here to celebrate Jesus and to worship him.
In those earliest years, one of the things that I said was that we as a people had never, ever truly been challenged to give sacrificially for the work that needed to be done. And we finally probably are at that point that we have done so in the first stages of this building program. And as I look ahead, I see many who are committed and willing and able to give to an extent that they will even themselves be surprised at the results that will come from it.